Hi, and welcome back to Copy Trading on YouTube. Today, I'm going to continue my series that I started this channel on. It's going to be called eToro Copy Trading with 10,000 on Rubymza or Heloise Grief. Okay, so I'm going to start off with continuing my series on eToro copy trading with 10,000. So today I'm going to be using virtual funds because at the moment I'm focusing on building up my copy trading forum account with stocks for long term to swing trading at the moment. And my other account, I'm going to be making new videos on EC Green Candle soon, hopefully later on next month. I'm going to be making more day trading videos and more copy trading videos where I invest real money into popular investors. But before I start, just the intro to Ruby MZA, I'm going to tell you how I found this popular investor, okay? So what I did is I came to custom search and I put it in last 12 months. When you come to custom search, you go to copy people first. I delete everything, okay, except verifieds. And then I start adding in my own filters by clicking on advanced here. But I added in, so someone that was active for the last 3 years or 150 weeks. But the most important part of this was profitable trades. So someone that was 80% profitable trades in the last 12 months, because especially with copy trading, it's more of a long-term investment. So I want someone that's going to protect my investment. And if it's over the long term and they're either going to hold the stock until it recovers if it's in the red, but I don't want someone that's going to sell in the red and keep losing me money. Because I seen on a news feed, it wasn't a popular investor. One investor said that he sold off his Neo stocks at a minus 14% loss. But he's going to buy in when it drops to $41, which is $4 below what it is now. But that might never happen, but that's not a good way to invest. So investing should be for long term. I'm going to go through my strategy too at the end of the video, etc. And I'm going to do my strategy for copy trading. And I'm going to go through my copy trading long term portfolio that I'm building at the moment and explain what I'm doing there. But we'll start off here. So I wanted someone that was profitable for 80% of the last year trades, profitable trades. I also wanted someone, I'm going to use the wisdom of the crowd, which I like, is that a collection of people are going to make better choices than an individual. So a collectively more intelligent than an individual. So I said copiers over 1,500 people copying this person and active weeks, etc. So these are the lists that come up with 8 people, and I seen Ruby MCA, and she keeps coming on my radar for when I'm searching videos, etc. I also seen her on an interview with the CAO of eToro, Yanni Asha. She was on an interview with the popular investors there. So I'm going to click into her profile here now. But first of all, I'm going to go over an overview of everything that you need to know about Heloise Grief or Ruby MZE. Okay, so Heloise Grief or username Ruby MZA was the first elite popular investor on eToro. And she's investing on eToro since 2016. She's originally from South Africa, but currently based in the UK. So what is Elite Pro Popular Investor? If you see down here, an Elite Pro here, there's different stages of popular investors. There's the starter, cadet, champion, elite, and elite pro. So Elite Pro has 50,000 of their own money invested. They have 10 million underneath their management, and this is the percentage they get each month of the amount under management. So it's a good enough gig too. And Elite Pro here, you have the 3 years on the platform. So that's what Elite Pro is. She was a first female. Okay. So Ruby MCA focuses her trades on US indices, tech, and pharma value stocks plus some cryptocurrency with a long-term strategy of 5 to 10 years. And she doesn't let emotions control her trades. So that's very good. She's more of a technical trader, and she looks at the she analyzes the data, etc., and doesn't let emotions affect her trades. And we'll see that going forward when I go over her profile. Okay, so Ruby MCA describes our trading strategy as low risk with moderate return. So this is important, guys. Remember, you should diversify your portfolio when you're copying popular investors. I would recommend copying at least 5 different people. So at the moment, I'm only copying J Nemesis, but I'm building on that. I have so much going on with day trading and building my other account for long term that I will be building. My plan is to build up on popular investors to at least 5. And Ruby is MZA is looking like a very good popular investor that I probably will in the future invest in her. But let's see. I'm definitely going to add her to my watch list, but she's going to be in one of my lists to invest in the future with real funds. But so she has low risk with moderate return, so that's important. And she's more focused on technicals than fundamental trading. So she's more into to analyzing the data and the charts, etc. While fundamentals is more about the news, the earning per share, what the company is selling, the events in the company, if they're releasing new products, etc. So more away from the charts, the more of the fundamentals of how the business is actually doing in the real world, etc. And so Ruby MCA uses her MBA in AI analytics to AI to analyze data and to understand patterns and trends in the market while keeping a diverse portfolio to reduce risk and achieve great returns. Okay, so she has an MBA in AI, and she uses this knowledge, she uses her strengths to analyze data, to understand patterns and trends, which is pretty cool. So Ruby MCA is intelligent and driven, and has been a part of many startups all over the world, and has been also helping to develop AI both academically and in business. So she has been a part of a lot of startups all around the world, and she's actually working full time also in a job now helping a business develop AI for data, etc. And really, really good in trading for technical is data. So she's using her skills, but she's a part-time trader on eToro. But she said she checks her eToro every day for when the market opens and the market closes, and throughout the day for the prices, etc. But she's a very intelligent person. Really knows her stuff and doesn't mess around. Okay, so Ruby M MZA average gains over the last 4 profitable years. So she was profitable the last previous 4 years. I didn't take in this year's account yet because it's too early. So the average gain over the last 4 years is 27.27%. Okay, that's a really good return there, and has currently nearly 20,000 copiers with 80.65% profitable trades over the last 12 months. So remember, that was important to me. If she's a long-term trader, I want her trades to be profitable and not closing them if they're in the red, etc. And what she does, she holds the stock. If it's she picks stocks that she believes in, etc. After the data, she extracts and does all the analyzing the data and checks trends, and then she holds them. But she said she will let go of stocks if it's going to affect her copiers. So if it does start dropping too much, she will sell off. But she holds it for the long term if she believes in it, and that's the right way to do it. If you believe in a company, you should invest for the long term. Okay, if you're a long-term strategy. So Ruby MCA recommends you copy open trades with a minimum of 1,000 for 2 year plus. So this is more of a long-term plan. And the minimum is a bit higher than other traders. With the minimum now is 500 on eToro for anyone, but 1,000, so double, but not impossible. Okay, so for someone starting out, but it's a good investment, I think. So that's all about Rubymza. Let's look at her profile here now, okay? So she has her own website, etc., and Twitter and stuff like that. She has her own feeds here. You can read through that, but I went through most of the data there. Let's just look at her stats. Her stats here. She's been on since 2016. As I said, the first month, she was only learning. She said she invested in oil. She didn't really know what she was doing, but that is allowed because everyone starts off, they don't know what they're doing, etc., and they can lose. So the first month she was down minus 13.38, but she wasn't long learning from that. She doesn't invest in oil or anything like that anymore, and she was doing day trading back then. But then she slowly but surely started building up her strategy, and then in the third year, eToro contacted her to join the popular investor program. So she didn't actually apply herself. eToro reached out to her. So really good stats there, guys. I'll take it from 2017 because that's when you need them few months to learn. I think it takes at least 6 months to learn trading, okay, just to get the practice and etc. and get the experience. So like any job. But here you go. The first year here, if I was saying after the learning experience, is 39 up there, 4 on 2018. And if you look, the market crash was that year, and most popular investors are in the red there on that year. So she was up 4% there. 20% in 2019, and then last year 45.25. Now some traders have got 100%, but remember she said she is a low risk with medium moderate return. So happy there. So here she goes, starting off again, profit. This month has been a big red month for a lot of the popular investors, but we go through that later on. But she's only still down minus 0.72 so far this month, and the month's not over yet, but nearly over. You can see her risk score here is average of 5, but then she's brought it down to 4. It did jump up to 5, but 4 here. So really low risk scores there. As I said, 20,000 copiers, 5 million under assets. So max drawdown. So what's the max drawdown? The max drawdown is the most her portfolio dropped in value in one day, weekly, or yearly. So really good max drawdown. So the maximum on a daily basis that it dropped to was 4.67, her whole portfolio, and then weekly was minus 8.85, and then yearly was minus 10%. So you can look at this like for if you're setting your stop loss to see like, okay, where am I going to set my stop loss? And you can look through the figure here to look through the lowest, always the lowest, etc. each month to see where it goes, what's the lowest to set. But you can get an idea of what your stop loss. It should be higher than these values here at least. But you can see here you should set your stop loss higher than our lowest month, etc. So you don't sell off the stock. So maybe 20% for this girl here, but you have to pick that yourself, okay? Whatever you're comfortable with. As I said, 81.57% profitable, or most frequently traded was Microsoft, Amazon, and MasterCard. So big tech companies here, MasterCard. These companies are great to invest in because people have emotional attachment. They've been around since, well, I was going to primary school or even before I was born, some of these. So they've been around that long. You can trust these companies. People have emotional attachment. If you like Warren Buffett, he invests in the big companies that everyone uses, and that's what I like to do. I invest in companies that I use, I know about, and are around for long term. And over the long term, it's gonna grow. But the thing with trading, the most difficult is the shorter time trading, because like if you go with Microsoft, if you say to someone, okay, what do you think Microsoft is going to be a good investment for now and then sell it in 6 months, it's going to be very difficult to predict. But if you say to someone, what about Microsoft to invest now and then sell in 5 years time, nearly everyone is going to say, yeah, that's a good plan, okay, because it's going to go up over that 5 years, okay. So long-term investment is much easier. So that is mostly her stats there. Okay, let's go to her graph first. So I have a graph loaded up here, and this is the past year. You can see here it's growing, growing, growing. Okay, and I have an interesting thing, and what I like is the RSI model. If you watch my other videos, how you get to that is You go into your settings here, you go into studies too and go to RSI and 14-day period for the last 2 weeks period. And I use the 70 to 30. So just a percentage between 0 to 100. And if it's above the 70 line, it means it's oversold and it's a good time to sell, or it's a good time to short the stock. But if it's oversold below the 30, it's a good time to buy the stock. It's at a good price. It's oversold, so a good time to buy. Okay. So we click on that, and very interestingly, you can see here, you can do the RSI for, because I treat these popular investors as stocks, as one stocks, because that's what they really are, just a collection or a portfolio of stocks. Okay, so let's go here. Like she says in a portfolio, and most people do, is like, oh, best time to invest, people ask, but they always say best time event is anytime. But the sooner rather than later is true. But if you can look at this RSI model, so remember I said over the 70 line here down the bottom is oversold, so not a good time to invest. But if it goes below down to the 30, it would be a good time to invest. And you can see here when it nearly touched the 30 line there, it's at that point there. So I do believe in buying in the lows for a popular investor. So if it goes up here and it comes back down to here, I think this is a good time to buy. So our profile went up here. So it's down here now, so it's a good time to buy, because you see up here was over. Remember I said it was over 70. It's not a good time to buy because it's overbought. So you can kind of use this to look at your popular investors, and you can use this chart for your stocks too. But interestingly enough, I just put this on today. It was interesting to see that. You can see when it's near the 30 line, there's a drop in the popular investors value there. So good time to invest. So check that out yourself. And just another thing here, I'm going to compare her to the NASDAQ 100 to see how she did over the last year. And if I can get that in there. So NASDAQ, and it's not working properly. Sorry, I'm going to get this. So the NASDAQ 100, and click on that. That should load up. I'm having technical difficulties here, guys. I'm going to refresh that page, but don't worry. Okay, so yes, so this is, she's a really intelligent girl. Her charts look really good. Well, that's loading up. I'm just going to show you on her portfolio. So on her portfolio here, you can see here that she's invested in a lot of large tech stocks. Okay, so if you just go to the profit and loss, so these are the stocks, and she's into a lot of health companies, etc. So and some banking companies there, Mastercard, etc., UPS, good companies there. You can see here, this is what she's profited in, and this is how much she's invested. So she's got a really good diverse portfolio, as you can see down here, lots of companies. But then people ask me also, what is a good time to invest? A good time to invest is when the popular investor is in the red, because you're going to buy it at a better price than the popular investor. So you're going to buy, like for Zoom here, you're going to buy it at 24.99% lower than what they bought it at. So you're going to buy, this is a good time to invest in her actually. It is a good time to invest in the market overall because the markets are down. So this is the time to get in and get the good values. And you can see here, I just invested in Alibaba on Friday. She's down 10.228%. So I got that stock at 10.28% cheaper than she did. And let's go up here. What other ones? She has PayPal here too. Let's just see here. Let's just filter it by the stocks to let it easier. So let's just go by the stocks first. So you can see here, Apple, Disney, big companies there, all these well-known companies. Here's PayPal. I invested on Friday. She's down 11.61%. So I got it at 11.61% cheaper than she did. So this is a good time to invest. But also on the other side, you're buying the stock at if you invest in Visa here, you're buying it at a 5.45% increase from what she bought it at. So you got to work it out that way too, guys. But there's a lot of stocks here in the red, but the markets are down. But a lot of recovery there. So if you buy Tesla, you'd be buying it 15.92% cheaper than what she did. So just there's some tips there. So lots of large companies can go through all of these yourself, but they're all well-known names. They've been around for years. They're not going anywhere. People have emotional attachment. People use them. UPS, very safe companies for the long term. If you're going with long term, go with diversify your portfolio in different categories: IT, um, health, consumer goods, renewable energy, etc., and online stores, and with the big companies that you actually use every day. So Baidu is the Google of China. So these are big companies here. You can look through all of these yourself. But let's just look at her other section. She has commodities. She's some silver. And silver and gold is always going to be a good investment. And someone told me that silver and gold prices don't go up. It's just the value of the dollar that goes up and down, depending on inflation, whether that's true or not. But there might be some truth in that. But let's see what else she has here. I'm just going to go back here. So she has crypto here too. And she has Ethereum, Litecoin, and XTZ. So she's got some crypto there too. So she also has some ETFs. So ETFs are just a basket of stocks, okay? So they're just like a basket of stocks in the same category, etc. But this is gold here, a FEXX. You can look at them yourself. So if you click into them, iShare UK. So this is a UK. Okay, the symbol represents an exchange-traded note, a debt instrument that is used to maintain Barclays PLC. Okay, so this measures based on short-term performance of the. Okay, so some of these indices, they're used to measure how the whole market is doing. Okay, the S&P 500, etc. But let's go back to the charts, and I don't know why that's not loading up there. If I go in here, maybe it'll load up faster. Let's go back to our profile. So let's just go back here. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just the internet slow down. When I'm using this software, I'm gonna buy a new laptop soon. I'm gonna buy the new Alienware. Well, it's gonna be new enough Alienware. And I've always wanted one of them laptops. They're pretty cool. Okay, so I have an older laptop. It's about 5 years old, but it's still very good. I work in IT, so I always have the laptops for a long time and look after them and just clean them up, etc. But I have my work computer too, but etc. Can't use that for this. But let's see here, Rubymza. Okay, so see here our chart. So what I wanted to do here is compare to the other popular investor that I am investing in. So Jay Nemesis, but he is a fundamental trader. So double click, there we go. So here's Jay Nemesis. So remember she said that's fine. She's following Jay Nemesis, although Jay Nemesis has some higher profits there, higher gains. But she said she's moderate. She's exactly what she says on the tin. She's a moderate profits with low risk. And there is Jay Nemesis there. And remember, you shouldn't invest all your money into one investor. You should invest into at least five to spread your risk and diversify, etc. Okay, but then again, if you are only going to invest in one investor, I would invest in Jay Nemesis, but I don't recommend doing all your money. But Rubymza is a girl that I probably will invest in soon with real money. But let's just see here. Let's see, can I get on see how the NASDAQ, can I get the NASDAQ 100? I don't know why that's not showing up there. It's gone all funny on me. But I checked it earlier on, and she is equivalent to the NASDAQ 100. Okay, so There we go. There's the Nasdaq 100. That middle line there, you can see she's beating it at the moment. That blue line there, so she's kind of following the Nasdaq 100. Slightly lower last few years, or the last. This is for 1 year. The last previous early last year, but then she's beating it at the moment. So she's following the Nasdaq 100, and so there you go. So low risk and moderate returns, and she says what she does on the tin. Okay, so very intelligent girl, fair play to her. And she also said that her father invests in her on the interview. So her father should be really proud of her, to be honest, because if you look online, she has done so much, and she's done talks on AI, etc. And she's just a really expert in that field. And she's using that knowledge to see, you got to use your strengths in trading, and she's using that knowledge to extract the data and to find the trends, and she's doing very well at the moment. What else do I need to look at here? That's mostly all for her. So I'm going to copy with 10,000. So remember, I'm using virtual money today because I'm building up my long-term accounts. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So 10,000, and stop copy when the value drops below. Okay, so remember we said 20%. So let's put in 20%. Okay, because she didn't drop below that 20%. So let's see here. If it drops to 8,000, so 8,000, my investment drops to 8,000. Value drops below 80%. Okay, yeah, so that's 20%. So that's what I'm going to set. I'm just going to set stop loss at 20%, but you can do whatever you want. Usually with these copy portfolio, I don't set any stop loss. Well, I set the lowest possible because I'm going to be watching these, okay? But you can do whatever you want. But the problem is if it drops to 79%, you're going to lose that 20%, and she might go back into profit. So actually, I'm just going to put it at 5,000 because I always watch these, but I won't be watching this. So well, it's my virtual account really. So let's put the minimum 500 for the fun because I'm not going to be watching this. So if I lose 9,500, it'll sell off the shares. So the copy value drops below 5%. She said to copy open trades, and the minimum amount is 1,000. Well, it's for the first time anyway. And we're going to pull a trigger, and I'm going to copy her. And unable to open copy. Oh, wait a minute. I started copying. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just saying the stock market's closed at the moment, so I'm not able to buy the trade. So today is Saturday, but on Monday it'll buy all the stocks around 9:30. But the cryptocurrency will be bought today. But you can see here on my virtual portfolio that I started my whole stock trading journey on and up 16,883, and I've invested 95,950, and my total virtual equity is 1,116, nearly 117,000. But guys, I just want to point out on the virtual portfolios when you're copying people, there's a problem sometimes with the sync. So it's not always accurate. So I wouldn't put it down to the T. Like Jane Nemesis is here saying that I only have 1.52% profit, but that's not true. If I click into it, it doesn't show that it's copying it properly. So you just got to use this to learn the tools, etc. But it does work for, I believe, for these copy portfolios and stocks. But you can see here, the outsmart the Nasdaq here is a way up. So these figures are not accurate for the copy trading, etc. But for the stocks, it is. But it's a good way to learn and just to learn what you're doing. So you can see here, Heloise is down with the spread fees. Remember, the spread fee is the difference between the buy and sell price. So you buy it at a price. If you sell it straight away, it's going to be valued less, and that's how much eToro makes. There's no commission when you buy stocks with no leverage, which is brilliant. But you can see here it has opened up with the Bitcoin at the moment, but the stocks haven't opened yet because the stock market's not open yet until Monday. But that's all. I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna go through. Also, the strategy is when I start off was to invest in at least 5 popular investors. Remember to do that. and that's a safe way to diversify your portfolio. And then if you're looking at Jay Nemesis, who is a fundamental trader, and then if you want a technical trader, you can use Rubymza, which is more of a technical trader. So you're kind of spreading the risk there and is diversifying your portfolio. But the last thing I'm going to show you is my real accounts. So at the moment, I'm working on building up my account. So it says there, congrats, your gains yesterday was 1.17. Oh, I like these things. I'm all in the green there. I'm investing in. So my plan for this account is for mostly long term, but I will be taking some gains, 50%. If you go in here to Costco, I have two positions open. So I'm going to leave one for the long term future, 3 years, 4 years. But one I'm going to sell off and take the profits after about a year. Or if it hits the target, the analyst's highest expectation for the next 12 months, I'm going to have a take profit on that. You see the way I have a take profit on that one? So I'm going to have take profit on that. That's the highest number there, the take profit 382.50 that the analysts expect this stock to go in the next year. And that'll sell off there. I set a stop loss so that don't lose any money. Okay, so I'm always in the green. Okay, so that is my strategy. So one stock will be for long term, forever, 3, 4, 5 years, and one stock hopefully getting out in up to a year, or if it hits them large targets. But also it could take longer if that's not, but that's fine. But also I'm investing in stocks that I know, that I have used or I know about and studied, I have interest in, and large companies that people have emotional attachment that are going nowhere. As you can see, all of these stocks here, as everyone knows these stocks, okay? And I'm also using FinViz. If you see my other videos, I'm buying them at a low price when they're below the 30 line. But I bought some mega stocks when they're below the 40, but these are mega stocks. So that's the only time I will buy below the 40 is with a mega stock being like Tesla and etc. So I'm up here. I only started this account about 2 weeks ago. So my plan is over the next month is to increase this investment here to 3,000, 1,500 at the moment, increase it to 3,000, add in another, let's say, so another 5 stocks in here, and that will bring me up to 3,000. And then I'll probably go back and start doing more day trading videos and copy trading videos with real money on my other account, EC Green Candle, which is not public because I do day trading on that. And you can't be copied doing day trading, etc. Because not the day trading, some of the day trades, like yeah, 1 or 2 day trades, but I do a lot of day trading on that account. So I can't really make it public, people copy me, because if I do one day trade and 110 people copy me, that will be 10 trades, and it'll be against the terms and conditions of scalping on eToro. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, I'm looking at stocks now next week. There's Disney stock, but I haven't really researched it, but I'm hoping it'll come way down in value. And as I said, I'm going to be making more videos soon with real money on day trading and copy trading. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. It was called eToro Copy Trading with 10,000 on Rubymza. Hope you have a great day ahead and a great good luck, and thanks to everyone for subscribing to my channel and watching my videos. I'm about 750 subscribers. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to be giving away a cash prize to one of the subscribers. Okay, so like and subscribe, and if you're new to eToro, I'll leave a link in the description. It's my partner link. You can support the channel, but it doesn't cost you anything. Or you can go to copytradingforum.com. Okay, so peace and love, and see you on the next video. Goodbye.